Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. And today's episode is sponsored by, well, nobody, because we're not that cool yet. But in today's video, we are going to continue working on the body swap. So in the last video, we worked on just taking both of these chassis apart, getting ready for the bodies to come off. I was left with the headlights and the front body bolts. Well, the headlights, yeah, they didn't come out, so they broke. Unfortunate, but that's just how it had to be. Those bolts are out, so that's good to go. Rear bumper is off. I just let the screws soak in some WD-40 for a couple days, and those screws came right out. I wish the same would have happened for the headlights, but didn't work out that way. But we got the bumper off, so now this body is ready to come off. There's nothing left. On the original Clyde body, we have all the wiring undone, all the bolts undone. We still do need to take the shifters out, but I'll take those out the day that we're going to swap bodies, just because I don't want stuff getting inside there. Brake lines, everything under the hood's unhooked and ready to go. Clutch cable, everything. This one's ready to come off, minus shifters. There's nothing left. It's coming off. Actually, there might be. I still gotta take the steering off, but other than that, it's ready to go. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this by myself. I have some ideas. If you guys have any ideas, please leave it in the comments below, because this is gonna be a pain on my own. My idea is to kind of pick, one end up with a tractor and the other end up with a tractor, and build some kind of system where it sits on some tires and some 4x4s. But I don't know, it might be sketchy, because that body under that frame, so I'll just lift that body there and leave it, but then I got to roll this chassis under that body and then set it down, which might be some scary business. And it's not like I have smaller tires to put under this, and I don't want to buy smaller tires to put under it. This one, I'll be able to get it lifted up and out pretty easy. To get this body off, yeah, I haven't quite figured that out yet either, but we'll get there. But there's one last big thing to this body that we have to do to get it to fit on this frame, and that is cut the fenders. From all the measuring I've done, these fenders, it just won't sit with the fenders not being cut already. So in today's video, that's what we're gonna do. In the front, this is what we're looking for, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. In the rear, I'm gonna start with this much and at least get it sitting on the frame. I think that'll work. Cut right through the gas door and stuff. I've seen this done on another rig, and I actually kind of like it, and it saves the taillight. In the future, we'll probably have to just chop it like Clyde is, but again, I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there. But for this one, I'm going to cut a little below the line and then kind of slice it and then fold it over, just so that it's kind of sealed from the elements. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it'll work. So yeah, I'm gonna get to cutting this and getting them ready. Hopefully I can make them somewhat symmetrical from one side to the other. So yeah, enjoy watching me cut the crap out of this decent body. And hopefully in the next video, we'll be swapping bodies, but it's hard to tell. So what I'm gonna use to cut these fenders is an angle grinder with the death wheel. It's probably not ideal, but I think this is, I think you get your best results out of this. So this is what we're going to be using. Hopefully everything goes well. I can get some clean cuts, and it doesn't take me like 15 hours to do it. So yeah, let's get started. You know, if we gotta take more, we gotta take more. I kind of hope not. We'll deal with that area once we get the body swapped, or you know, just kind of see where we gotta be. But now it's gonna have to disappear. And, you know, cutting this rubber, I don't know if you guys know what the inside of a doctor's office smells like. Cutting that rubber smells identical to that. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's where we're at. Went pretty smooth. You know, clean it up, put some like trim stuff on it in the future. But I'm just gonna leave it like that because it might have to change. I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Now I'm gonna start working on the rear. This is gonna be more challenging, I think, but we'll see. I'm gonna start chopping it right now, and we'll see what happens. I did is I just kind of marked where I want to cut it, and we'll cut it. I cut the fuel tank or the gas door where I actually need it, just because I'm not going to be able to fold that up. This is going to be a little tricky, I think, but you know, we'll see what happens, because I know we have to go in and cut, and it might look a little ugly, but yeah. So now I'm going to start cutting that, and then we'll cut little, you know, notches in it and fold it over. That's the plan anyway. Let's get out. This is why we call them death wheels. This is probably why I should wear safety glasses, but I'm not. It's a little sketch. So, from what I've learned, a sawzall will probably be better back here. Angle grinder is a little difficult. I ended up getting that. That's gonna have to be some more. Probably in the future. I'm not too worried about it. That part, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to tuck all this in with a hammer and see what happens. And then we'll go ahead and do some little splices. We should be good to go, but it's tough to say. So yeah, let's get the big hammer out. Sucked a lot, and I'm really not that happy with it. You know, I'm trying to save the gas door, and I just don't think it's going to be possible. I might just have to cut straight across, but this is good enough to get it onto the other frame with the tires. I think it'll clear, and then we'll adjust from there. Then we'll, you know, cut this stuff out, get rid of that thingy, heat shield or whatever that is. And then, yeah, I mean, that sucked. I tried to cut and fold. I mean, it worked until I got to there, and down there. So, I mean, oh, you almost fell. I'm pretty happy with like from here to about there, but that and that, I'm not enthused. But, you know, it is a wheeler, I shouldn't care that much. It's not gonna win any beauty pageants. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna get beat to crop anyway, probably. You know, I'm happy with the way the front turned out. But, you know, this section, you know, to save the gas door kind of sucks. Let me kind of show you what, you know, I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid having this straight cut and just cutting that off completely. You know, gas door and all. So I mean, if I do that to this one, I'm gonna come up and cut probably right up to here, and then chop, and then come down at an angle like that. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep it somewhat decent, I guess. Keep most of the body. So I mean, we'll just kind of have to wing it and see what happens when I get the other side cut, which I'm not going to bore you guys with that. You know, and then once we have the body swapped, then we'll make fine adjustments from there. We'll probably have to take that shield off for the filler neck anyway. I mean, it might clear. Nah, it's probably not going to clear, but we'll see. And it might also be easier to take that neck off and just chop all that with Sawzall or something. But I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I've seen this on another rig and it seemed fine, but they were on 1-ton axles, so, you know, the tire stuck out much more. You know, I'm on Toyota axles, so it doesn't stick out as wide, so the tire can get into some more places. But, you know, it's tough to say. Kind of hoping to have this body swapped in about 2 to 3 weeks, kind of depending on what I figure out, how I can do it, and maybe if I can source some help of swapping the body, because I mean, doing it alone is going to be really difficult. You know, I mean, obviously we have a tractor and stuff to, you know, help lift it, but you know, getting it all lined up, pushing everything, and it's gonna be kind of difficult. So, you know, we'll get there and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, you know, I'm gonna get this other side cut. One other thing I'm gonna do, I probably won't film it. I forgot that door doesn't open yet. Is for the manual, it's kind of, you know, this hole's really centered, and you know, it's for a manual. This was a manual originally. And for the automatic, it's not centered up. You know, it probably doesn't matter that much. It'll probably go up and in there anyway and be fine. Obviously, for the transfer case will be fine. But I might have to cut just a little bit out of that. I'm probably gonna do it just to be safe, so that when, you know, we get there, it's ready to rock. But you know, I'm not entirely sure. So for everybody that's manual swapped their geo-tracker, you know, let me know if you had to cut more out. You know, save me some time if I don't have to, or save me time and let me know that I do have to. You know, I don't want to have to cut unnecessary stuff, but I want to make sure it's cut before I swap the body. I mean, not that I can cut it after and then put the shifter in, but I'm trying to get everything, all those, you know, boxes checked before we get it started. So this is what the stock side looks like, and this is what it looks like cut. You know, and also that freaking tape, it like cooked on there. That sucked. Not that I'm gonna do some, you know, fix all this body stuff and make it look a little better and repaint it in the future. So I'm not too concerned about it, but you know, don't leave that tape on there for more than a couple weeks, because it'll cook on there. I didn't think that happened. Yeah, I'm happy with the front. You know, obviously I need to clean it up and stuff once it's on to the other frame, and you know, I think this is gonna be fine. You know, my front axle's pushed forward, so I don't think I'll have to take any more out of the rear, but if we have to, we have to. And then we'll chop this little section off with a Sawzall because the angle grinder sucks. And then, you know, obviously the rear, you know, from about here to here, you know, like I said, it's pretty good. I can live with that. It's gonna get bashed in anyway, but we can make adjustments. And the rear part, you know, with the gas door, that needs a lot of work. And, you know, we need to chop this out, do something with that. You know, I don't really want to get rid of that because it protects the filler neck. But then again, we might have to do like what Clyde already has and chop it straight across. If we do, we do. If I can avoid it, cool. You know, have a gas door and I don't have to fill it from like, you know, back here and stuff. But, you know, we'll see what happens. So I want to thank you all for watching this video, and you know, I hope you guys leave some comments below and let me know what you think, and you know, give me some ideas of what maybe some of you did to cut the rear fender and what you used. You know, let me know about the shifter, and you know, just give me your ideas and stuff, because I'm kind of just winging it at this point. Also, you know, leave your ideas on how I should swap these bodies and lift them up and do all that good stuff, and how you would do it if you were alone. My hope is that the next video you see Clyde in, we will be swapping the body, which is going to be, you know, the most exciting part, I think. And then, you know, future videos is going to be swapping the dash, plugging in all the engine stuff, redoing all the wiring, putting, you know, the clutch pedal and all that stuff in it. All the tedious stuff that's going to take a lot of time. That's why I'm just trying to get these bodies swapped as fast as I can, and then get this, you know, get the old body gone and get, you know, the parts off of this frame and stuff sent back to Trackickoffroad Offroad, and then get rid of that frame too, because I don't want just a bunch of junk laying around. So I'm trying to get the body swap done first, get everything off of this one as fast as I can after that, and then this stuff's probably gonna go to the scrapyard for all I know, because I don't want it. And I don't think this body's, you know, going to be repurposed for anything, for me anyway. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also, don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Trackickoffroad, where you can kind of get the inside scoop of what's going on before it hits YouTube. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one.